And with that, everybody, Blue Eyes has a regional win. Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. You know how many people out here told me the Blue Eyes Primite is an awful deck? It's not going to win any events, Robbie. People are just spending their money to be spending their money. And then boom, regional slam over the weekend, and oh crap. Blue Eyes is a relevant deck. Oh no, what happened to everybody? Where y'all go? Come on, y'all told me the Blue Eyes was a bad deck. Come on, I'm waiting. So, make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Welcome to another regional breakdown here, and this one's quite interesting. Because you have, sitting at the table here, you have 4 Ryzeal variants. Now, of these Ryzeal variants, you do have a singular Fiendsmith variant. You have 2 Mitsurugi variants, and you have a Primite Ryzeal deck. Now, you're probably like, huh? Ryzeal Primite? Well, we'll talk about that more here in a second, because not only was Blue Eyes the winner of this event, this Ryzeal Primite pile was also another successful takeaway from this event. We also had, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Strange, right? Happy to see that one. We also had the Unbridled Power of Mermails. I too love ripping away my opponent's resources from them as they struggle to look at me in the eyes and go, yeah, I hate this game. I understand. We also had the Fire King special out here as well. So, you know, I'm glad to see that Fire Kings actually survived into Blue Eyes meta. It was kind of one of the things I was a little bit worried about out here, was this not actually transferring over. And then, of course, we got some Fiendsmith, man. Like, I feel like every single time that these videos take place, it's going to be some sort of Ryzeal, some sort of Fiendsmith. But, where's the Malice at? Let's pass on over to deck list. Hey, we have your Blue Eyes first place finish for this. Now, obviously, you are going to notice we are doing 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons in here because Bastiles do exist and are very problematic cards. You are probably going to be seeing more 2 of Blue Eyes out here, especially in the Primite build. So, Primite out here, the best card in the entire game is this thing right here, the Drill Beam package. You just start drilling into your opponent and go. Card is really good. I also do see this build chose to play a Lina. That's not something that I've really seen people discussing out here, but this is actually kind of nice. I also see that the TCG is Cosmic Blazar dragoning it on up out here. That's going to be kind of interesting to actually see. I prefer Stardust Cipher, but I understand what you might be thinking about doing with this. Card is definitely an option, but outside of that, hey, I'm happy to report that Blue Eyes got a W. All right, Mitsurugi, 43 cards. Yeah, we are jam-packing it on in here. You know, still are doing the Maximus package in here. I feel like that's not going to change. You do want to continuously see some of the power that this card is able to give you. Still doing the Night Sword Serpent because this card is free frickin' real estate for this deck, man. We are doing the 2 Amino Murakumo and the 1 Futsu no Mitama. I feel like this is fine. I know a few builds were trying to cut Futsu just to eliminate some of the dead draws. I don't necessarily think you want to do that. Especially, you know, you got 43 cards going here. You know, you want this deck to be good enough to set up. Also, only 2 Ash while side decking the extra. It's kind of interesting. 1 Ultimate Slayer, the 1 Thrust, so you know you're going to have plenty of options to get to this. I also see that we are doing the Mischief of the Gnomes in here as well. This all looks pretty much like you want it to be seeing out here, you know, for the combo pile. And then we have Water. Wow. Only 1 Mermail Abyss Pike in here. That is completely... Also, there's no Coelacanth in here. Or my dear old super ancient friend. We've just forgone that. But somebody has figured out that Genix Undyne is actually a playable card. Wow! That's really awesome, man. I'm glad to see that somebody out here in the TCG finally picked up Undyne. This was something that I've seen the OCG doing for so long out here. Undying is just free extra space and actually allows this deck to slightly be played in a different light, which is so refreshing to see. I'm really, really happy to see that. Also, hi. We all know why this deck is very, very mean right now. Okay. Ooh, we have Fire Kings for you out here. Now, I will tell you, ever since Dinka kind of figured out that, Fire Kings actually have a place in the meta, I was worried that straight up this deck was not going to really perform on our side. I feel like that this was just going to get trashed and people were just going to kind of, choose to forget about it. But no, we actually have actual reports of this actually kind of, performing here. And that's actually really, really cool, man. You want Fire King to stay a relevant deck because you want a challenger in the meta to be able to disrupt and take down those stupid little, annoying matchups. Also, people don't really respect this deck. I do think you do have a worse matchup now because of Blue Eyes running around for, their levels of disruption and unfun that matchup can actually cause for you, but okay, I see you. Next up here we have, oh boy, hey look, it's the most standard pile in the whole wide world. Though, I see that we have gotten a little bit more creative as of late. We got the Malcharming Meows in the main deck here. So basically we're going to be using the Meows as, the anti-Malice love card. You've seen how good that this can actually be, right? Especially when Malice starts to do the pay 300 ping, 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 ping. The whole sub-menu is coming down here. You kind of force your opponent to end on like a pretty subpar board out here. So this is actually kind of, I think this is relevant actually. Just because Malice was not present in the top cut of this event does not mean that there was not something to be, figured out or, that this was a bad card. It just means, once you're getting into those top tables, the value on this was kind of falling out, which, like I said, it's not a bad thing, but, all standard ratios across the board for the rest of this build. Next up, you guessed it. We actually played Primite with Ryzeal cards. Give it up, everybody. Somebody figured out something. So why in the world are we playing the Harpy Lady in here? This stupid card right here. Because if you control a Winged Beast monster, your opponent can't play the game. Isn't that really awesome? And basically, you just have to be able to get to this card. Well, this card's a normal trap card. So you have it on demand here off of Thrust, which just is kind of stupid, actually. It just literally ensures that you're going to have it at all points in time, and your opponent's going to have to respect that, because there is not going to be much that they can really do about this. I think this is definitely a change to the way that the meta is choosing to play right now, because Harpy Lady was not something that was on my bingo sheet for this year. It gives you a completely different take on the deck, and I like that, Changes are good. Next up, oh boy, 41 cards in my Fiendsmith pile today. Ooh, we're challenging the meta out here with different ideas and different takes, which is not a bad thing. Once again, you want people to be stepping up out here. You want people to test out new ideas, and that's good. New ideas, same old, right? We're doing it's the 3 Fua, the triple Perulia, and the 2 Meows down here. We're actually side decking the crossouts in this. I understand the crossout has definitely shifted into the back of the meta. It's not that it's necessarily bad right now, but I can understand why people might not be wanting to actually see this, be relevant right now. It definitely, the hand traps, when they're going to ping, they're going to hurt really bad, but they're just reactively respond a little bit easier, or side deck a little bit more appropriately to handle things. Next up here, we have more Mitsurugi, 43 cards. Man, you guys really love your 43 card variants out here for this, which is really, really nice. You do see the triple cross out built into the main deck. I just said this card, a lot of people were kind of stepping off of it. I really do think that there is a reason to, force this into the side deck now instead of main decking or just cutting it all together. But if you are planning on going first all day long, it's going to be your trade-off. How much do you respect going first? How much are you worried about those hand traps and so forth? And if you make that decision, I mean, it should be a relatively decent one at that. But that's all I got for this regional. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.